Hello Connections, we're back in the kitchen. Today we're going to talk to Shinji about some of the improvements he's made since our last video. So can you give us an update since the last time we saw you?
Yeah, sure. So last time, I know we talked a lot about the program, but today I'm going to talk about the improvements. So one of the things I did was I actually got a lot of the dust off of the walls and the soundproofing board up there. It was pretty dirty. And then I noticed that we had a leak in the corner. This room here is actually about 3 feet underground, and so during heavy rains we have a small leak, so I was able to patch the drywall and hopefully remedy the leak. We'll have to just see until we have the next big rain, but I didn't see any water come in last week, so that's a good sign. The other thing that's happened here was lots of drywall patches. We had lots of holes in the walls, places that pests and rats can hide, and we wanted to make sure that we eliminate all their homes. Speaking of that, we had this whole area up here that we closed off with the 1x6 trim. So in this side, it's been a lot of patching, fixing, primering, painting, not to mention the ceiling that's up here. We had to put that in just to cover the food prep areas. We still have to get the electricians in here to move some outlets around, and the plumber in here to reinstall the new sink. So, this is an existing commercial kitchen. It's been used as a commercial kitchen for, I think, over 20 years now. So, we just had to do some tweaks and some fine tuning to make it usable for us, what we need.
That's awesome.
So a lot of surface prep went into the floor, concrete patch, leveler, primer. I'm getting ready to epoxy today. That'll be the final step before baseboards.
So what's happening over here?
So I had to build this roof structure here, or the ceiling, to bring, of course, the ceiling down for the Department of Health. They wanted us to have our food prep area with a lowered ceiling. And these serve two functions. One is to support the ceiling, but it's also shelving, so we can put, things like our spices and utensils and thermometers, things that we're going to need on a regular basis. So I actually have 4 shelves here. I'm sorry, 5 shelves. These two are double shelves back to back. Those and this one here. This is a half shelf here. And in between these shelves in this space, we're going to have 2 food warmers. In this space here, we're going to have a prep table, a 6-foot prep table. And in the far corner over there is going to be my little office. It's a small little hole in the wall, but that's where I'll be able to set up my desk and computer.
So can you tell us about this equipment right here?
Yeah, so we're actually seeing the back side of our refrigerator and our freezer. But this is where we're going to, keep all of our perishables and our frozen stuff in the kitchen here. We're probably going to have 1 or 2 other refrigerators and freezers outside of here as well, because we'll have to have some on hand. But yeah, refrigerator and freezer. And we also have some other equipment outside of this room, down the hall that way. I can show you that as well. Would you like to see it?
Yeah.
So these are convection ovens. They're commercial grade, and we're going to do most of our cooking in here. And this is a dishwasher.
So personally, I love to cook. Is there any way the students can work with this type of equipment?
We're planning to. So we definitely want to incorporate students into our kitchen. However, it's probably not going to happen until the adults get a good workflow together and figure out, exactly what we're doing. That way we can actually properly teach the students. Now, one of the challenges is that we're going to be needing to work in the kitchen during most of the school hours. So if at any time of the day, it's probably going to be the period after lunch that students will be able to come in. So one idea that I have that I need to discuss with the staff here is to repurpose the kitchen over by the concession into an educational kitchen for students. We do have some teachers here that are interested in teaching culinary classes. I'm a teacher as well, so I might be interested as well. But if we could repurpose the kitchen in the theater side behind the concession into an educational kitchen for learning how to do prep cooking and all the basics, including the math part, because math is a big part of cooking. That would free up this for the work kitchen, and then the kitchen side over by the theater to be the educational kitchen. And my idea is that once students have gotten the basics of it, and then they can apply for working in the school kitchen here to prepare the food.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for the video.
Sunra, hey, good talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Happy to do it.